Hey guys, welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny. I'm here with your weekly love message. When I began channeling for this collective, for this week's love message, a song came through my playlist that I haven't heard in probably about a year and a half. And it is Never Not Love You by 30 Seconds to Mars. When that song came through while I was channeling, I felt like I got hit with a ton of bricks. Like it was so emotional. It was so moving. Was like filled with so much emotion that I began to cry. It felt painful. It felt like a yearning, a longing. It was intense. I did write down some of the lyrics that stood out to me that I think and I feel that relate to this collective in regards to your current state of romance or lack thereof. Sometimes love loses the timing. I'm getting this feeling like you had some kind of relationship or a connection with someone else in your life where if things lined up differently, if you guys were in different places or different under different circumstances, you two would have been the perfect couple. You two would have been completely aligned. Everything aligned except for some kind of outside circumstance that was keeping you two blocked. I was also downloading with 30 Seconds to Mars, I was getting a download from Spirit about Mars being in the fourth house. And I'm still learning about houses and planets and how they affect us and what they mean. But I did research a little bit just to understand it because I'm like, I don't know what that means. The fourth house in Mars. So apparently, what I'm getting from the information is that when you have Mars in the fourth house, there's a lot of intense energy that is surrounding the home life, the family life, power struggles, arguments. I'm getting from Spirit that the home life is the block and why this alignment didn't happen. So I'm feeling like there may be a connection here where you're feeling really pulled to another individual, but you have an entirely separate life that is like revolving around your family, potentially like another romantic partner, someone that you might be in a long-term relationship with or a marriage with or have children with. So that might be for some of you here. You might be dealing with that. Or I'm getting that some of you are dealing with a lot of activity, a lot of intense activity and chaos within the home life. So you don't have time to pursue or interact or connect with this person that you're feeling pulled to, or vice versa, or both. So there's something around the family and the home that seems to be the major block in this relationship. Then I was getting with, I'll never not need you. I'll never not want you. I'll never not die inside. I hear your name. I'll never not miss you. If I can't be with you, even if even if my last memory was you walking away. So there was some kind of walk away here. There was like, this isn't going to work. You may have just straight up ghosted or like disconnected without any warning, or they may have straight up disconnected and ghosted without any warning. It was almost this feeling of defeat. Like, this isn't going to go anywhere. This isn't going to amount to anything. I have too much going on in my life. I can't entertain this. It doesn't make any sense. So that is what had happened here. But it's funny because when I was listening to those lyrics, the download that I was getting in regards to it was like an ending in a movie. You know those movies where you have two people that are like pulled apart, but at the very like end scene, there's like this recognition and this I see you, I want you, I need you, and like them running together and just connecting finally. That is what I was seeing play out in my mind's eye. Some kind of reunion of a sort where it's like, I can't take this anymore. I can't be in denial anymore. I can't avoid the way that I feel about this connection anymore. I need to have this in my life. I need to see them. I need to be with them. And this like coming together and just everything changes. Everything in your world, in your body, in your chemistry, in your heart, everything shifts. Everything makes sense. It's like everything that you have been looking for, have been wanting, needing, yearning, longing, just ties together and all makes sense with this connection. And then it was the end, but my love, what a beautiful lie. It's like you guys separated, walked away, knowing that it didn't make sense, knowing that there's um, no sense in trying to pursue this. But deep down, the both of you knew in the back of your minds and in your hearts that it was all a lie. It's like there's never going to be an ending to this cycle because you're never going to let go. It's always going to be sitting there in the back of your mind, the questions, the need, the want, the desire, the lingering magnetism or whatever, however you say it. It was a beautiful lie. Like you both know you're lying to yourselves. We know it's just a lie. We know it's just a matter of time before we circle back around again, and until we finally come to terms and figure out our family life, our home life, our blockages, our situations and circumstances that are blocking this connection, it's never going to end. It's always going to keep going on repeat. So those were the downloaded messages that I received prior to this reading. And I also got, right after that song played, San Francisco played. If you're going to San Francisco, make sure to wear some flowers in your hair. San Francisco might be a confirmation for someone here. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but I'm feeling like someone may live in San Francisco. You may be traveling to San Francisco. You might just be a hippie and you might like that kind of music, or that song resonates with you in regards to the person that you're thinking of right now. Yeah, so San Francisco. I'm going to start with my lover's oracle to get a feel of your person's feelings in regards to you right now. What is weighing heavily on our person's mind in this collective? You got this one that's peeking out, and this one. They have hurt me. They have hurt me. Followed by you deserve better. They have hurt me. Someone in this person's life, they're in a very toxic relationship. They may not even see it as toxic because they're so conditioned to the circumstances of their relationship. But if they were to pull themselves out of the situation and look at the relationship from a bird's eye view, they would see that they deserve better. They have been hurt and they have been betrayed and they have not been given the love that they deserve in their relationship, but they're still holding strong to it. They're not disconnecting. If they were to disconnect, you would be the person that they would be running to. You're the person that they want to run to, that they need, that they want in their life. But for some reason, they're being held very tightly in this other connection. So we get, I don't understand. They just don't. They don't see it. They feel it in their soul that it's not right. They feel that there's not a connection there with whom they're currently with, but they don't understand. They're not comprehending. It's really hard for them to see things from a different point of view because they're in it so deep, I'm getting. They're in this so deep. They're so conditioned to this way of life. I can't let go of you. Oh my gosh. I can't hold cards right. I can't let go of you. You're like this beacon. I'm getting like a beacon of light. You're this angel. You're an angel. Your face, your words, the way you move, the way you speak, how you live. Your energy is so pure and angelic, so beautiful, so light. They want that. They need that. I can't stop expressing want and need. There's this desire and this longing and this need. Like their soul craves and needs your energy essence around them for them to stay and coast and have some like stability and to feel some kind of love because they're not getting the love from this other individual. But they're so connected to them. I wish to be like you. You're, in a sense, kind of like a muse to them, a mentor, almost like an earth spirit guide, someone that guides them and teaches them how to be the better version of themselves unknowingly. Because you may not have a lot of interactions with this person anymore. You may not speak to them on a regular basis, but it's something about them keeping their eye on you, seeing you from a distance, standing in your power, taking control of your life, and being in this like unwavering energy of stability and positivity that has them inspired, and it makes them wish that you were by their side. Like they realize that if you two were connected and were a team, that they would bring it would bring out the very best in them. Where on the other hand, they're in a situation where another individual seems to be bringing out the worst parts of themselves, which they are ashamed of, very ashamed of, because that's not who they are to the core. This other person is triggering them over and over again to step out of character, to be something that they do not want to be. And it's making them feel a level of guilt about themselves, and they're low vibing, and they're feeling that they do not look at themselves in high regard. They look at you in high regard. But see now the dynamic of how you make them feel uplifted and how this other connection brings out the worst. They're starting to connect the dots. They're starting to see that this person is a trigger. This person is teaching me lessons about who I am and what I want to become and who I feel I am on the inside. They are learning so many lessons, and they're starting to see this dynamic as being toxic. They're trying to understand, because I'm getting like there's a lot of heavy family and friend influence in this person's life to make this work. You signed up for this. This is what you signed up for. You're in it for the long haul. You cannot abandon ship. That's not how our family operates. We don't do that. We work it out. We figure it out. You're obviously doing something wrong to make this person act this way. You need to figure out where you're going wrong and fix it, and come to some kind of mutual agreement within this relationship. But deep down, your person is looking at this as, I don't think it's fixable. I don't feel that this person is willing to work it out with me. They're never going to change. Every time I put in full effort, they don't meet me where I am. It's almost like beating my head against a rock. So you have a lot going on, again, with the fourth house, with the family. There's a lot of family influence on this individual to stick out this toxic situation versus following their own intuition and their own heart on the matter, and realizing that this may never go any further. This relationship served its purpose to teach me the lessons that I needed to learn about myself and what I don't want to be. Now I need to move on to the next thing, the next part of my life where I am with someone that brings out the very best in me. and is a helpmate on my journey. It is dark without you. Their life feels like they're just walking around in the dark. There's no inspiration, there's no excitement, there's no excitement towards the future, because they just know, because of where they're at, every day they wake up, it's going to be a very similar version to the day before, which seems to be not making any progress at all. And with you, at least there would be some kind of hope, some kind of excitement for the next day to come. Life without you is hopeless and dark and depressing. I miss your light. This person needs your light. They never not need you. They never not want you. This is definitely so in tune with the song. If you haven't ever heard of it or listened to it before, give it a listen. It's again by 30 Seconds to Mars. I'll Never Not Love You. It's a very beautiful song. Anything else, Spirit? Actually, let me switch it up and use my true emotional. Is there anything that we need to know for this collective? Thank you, Spirit. Spiritual chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. Okay. Love message. Massive regrets. Legal matters. So we're having someone here, whether it be you or them, but again, I feel like it could be the both of you actually going through an ego death. There may be a lot going on in your lives right now where you're trying to sit back and gain a better understanding. There's so much different energy entering your life at the current time where you feel like you're juggling a lot, not just in the physical sense with everything that's happening in your day-to-day life, but also in a very emotional place, in a very spiritual place. It feels like you're juggling a lot of concepts, a lot of ideas, a lot of feelings and emotions, and you're not able to keep your train of thought. You're not able to focus on one matter or the other for a period of time because you're being pulled in so many different directions. I feel like you are going through some kind of ego death where you're able to pull yourself out, like we talked about the bird's eye view, where you're able to pull yourself out of a situation and see it for what it is. And it's a little bit hard right now for you. I feel like it's hard for you to gain clarity because you're so emotionally and energetically pulled in so many places that it's like if you just had the ability right now to hone in and focus on this one situation, you would see it for exactly what it is. I feel there's like a lot shedding away from you right now. You're peeling back some heavy layers that perhaps you've avoided for some time. Like you've done the work in so many other areas in your personal life where you're finally seeing the growth and the change. But there's some areas, and I think that a lot of it is romantically, where you've avoided dealing with some issues. And now you're being met face to face with these issues, and you're not really having any other choice but to go within and to face them, to understand them, and to finally let it peel away and emerge, from this and transform from this. But I do feel that both you and your person are both going through some type of spiritual ego death right now, more so them than you. I feel like this is a huge awakening time for them where they're seeing their life for what it is and what they don't want it to be, and expect a love message. Doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be grand. It's just some kind of, hey, I'm still here. Do you remember me? Hey, how are you doing? Some kind of olive branch being extended to you in the next several days. You may even get a message this evening, as early as this evening, from this person, because you may feel it, but there's like an energy pull right now. They're tugging at your energy, and you're seeing this and feeling this in your auric field, and you're recognizing it in the 5D, and it's pinging them. Like, they know that you recognize this in the 5D, which is why they feel safe enough to enter with some kind of physical message towards you. This person is in massive regret about the way that your situation played out. And there's a lot of confusion here, a lot of denial here. It's all a part of the spiritual awakening, them trying to wrap their minds around this situation in its entirety, because having this whole situation linger in the background while trying to face the problems that they have in their family and home life is become burdensome to them. It's something that they need to be aired out, lifted off of their shoulders in order for them to fully transform from this. So this love message may come in very small and very nonchalant at first, but there's a feeling of it's going to build up. It's just this small, like, little, I don't want to say breadcrumbs, because they're not breadcrumbing you, but it's like a small little bit that's going to lead up to deeper conversations down the road that you need to be prepared for, because this person has questions and they need clarity and understanding from your point of view in order to transcend this situation. And then the last card out we have is legal matters, divorce, we have criminal paternity, child support, traffic tickets, something with legalities here. There's something, and again, I feel like this is coming back to the fourth house, the family life. There's some kind of legality that's going to take place in regards to this person's family life, household, the home, that it's going to happen after you give this person the clarity that they need from you. So I feel like for a lot of you, the information that you're going to give them is going to give them almost this like spiritual approval of disconnecting from this toxic energy, which would be some kind of legal separation. I feel like they want to, but it's like you're going to be like the frosting on the cake here. And the last card out, romance. So when all is said and done, and we've had our conversations, and you've given this person the clarity that they need, there's going to be a romantic situation for the both of you. If this is your reading and this resonates with you and this makes sense, and you're like, this is absolutely 100% my reading, there will be romance that comes from all of this in the end. But I'm hearing from spirit to be patient, because the love message comes in. There's a time frame for you guys to have these conversations for an in-depth understanding with the massive regrets and really working through those emotions from the information that you give them. Then we have the legal matters that take time. And then, after all of that has passed, you will be experiencing this beautiful, romantic relationship with this individual who just needs you. And I feel like the feelings are mutual. If this is your reading, you feel the exact same way towards this person. You feel this pull, this draw, this need, this longing, this yearning. You know it. And it's going to end up in this situation, like I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, where you guys just have this soul recognition and everything is said and done. And it's like whimsical. And it's like where you guys just see each other and you run to hug. And I don't think that you kiss. I think that it's an embrace. I feel like it's a warm, hard, strong, comforting hug. Like it's like I've been needing to feel this hug forever, it seems like. So let's wrap up. Oh wow. Okay, really quick though, on the bottom of the deck, we have in reverse running. So if you guys are the runner or they're the runner or you've noticed some kind of running in this dynamic, that is not happening anymore. The running has stopped. Now it's time to face this head on. Let's pull some letters for confirmation and then we're going to wrap it up. We have L. Oh my gosh, you can't see it. My nails are blocking it. L. Another L. Someone has an L in their name. 2 L's. It's crazy. We have a C. We have an F. We have a G. Girlfriend. Let's do a couple more and then S. Oh, S. Oh my. U. Oh my gosh. E. Do we have a Sue or Susan in this group? All right, and this is it. This is the last of them. V. R. M. E. And Z. So we have LLCF, GSUE, ER, M, and Z. So those are your letters. They may be relatable to your first initial, last name initial, middle initial, and they may spell out words for you. I always say, like, I like to look at the words when I'm pulling, but I feel like if you see something that pops out to you intuitively, then that is meant for you to see. I don't like to push words on people because that's what I see. I want it to come to you intuitively because then I feel like that's meant to be for you to see it. So if that makes any sense. But anyways, that is your love reading for the week. I hope it did resonate with some of you out there. If it did, please like and comment. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a beautiful day. Bye.